Studies show cat ownership can have positive health benefits. No matter if your cat lives indoors, outdoors, or somewhere in between, are feline friends or valuable members of the family. Unfortunately, Dr. Whittle, I'm allergic to cats. But parasite pests pose problems year-round, but some are especially active this time of year. Your cat is vulnerable to harmful parasites, even if your kitty lives exclusively indoors. Now, veterinarian Dr. Amber Whittle, feline parasitis, if I'm reading that right, medical affairs manager at Zodis, is here now to talk about protecting your cat from fleas, ticks, heartworm, disease, and other unwelcome parasites so you can focus on the joys of cat ownership. Good morning, Dr. Whittle. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. Thank you.
Great. I love that flower arrangement behind you. That's perfect.
Isn't that beautiful?
Now, tell us about the joys and benefits of cat ownership.
Yeah, I think most cat owners will agree with me when I say that cat ownership is about so much more than just taking care of them. It's really about the companionship they offer. And in fact, there have been studies that have shown that cat ownership can reduce our stress levels. It can give us a better quality of life. So it really is very rewarding to have a cat. And a part of that ownership is, of course, that we want to keep them happy and healthy. So part of that keeping them happy and healthy is making sure they're protected from parasites.
Now, Dr. Whittle, what should cat owners know about protecting their cat from parasites?
Yeah, great question. There are a lot of parasites that can commonly affect cats. And so I'm talking about things like fleas and ticks, but I'm also talking about things like intestinal worms and heartworm disease. And heartworm disease is transmitted by mosquitoes. All of these parasites can cause some health problems for our cats. So we really want to make sure we're aware of them and make sure our cat is protected. When I talk to pet owners, I find that there are probably three common misconceptions about parasite protection in cats that I want to clear up. The number one misconception is that indoor cats don't need protection from parasites. But we know that parasites are a risk whether our cats are indoor or outdoor because these parasites, like fleas and ticks, can hop a ride inside on your clothes or on other pets, or things like mosquitoes that transmit heartworm disease can come in through an open window. So it's really important to make sure both indoor and outdoor cats are on protection. The second misconception is that over the counter prevention options offer the same coverage or protection as our prescription options. Unfortunately, that's not the case. We really need to make sure we're talking with our veterinarian about a prescription for parasite protection for our kitties. And then the third common misconception is that parasites are only active during the warmer months. Really, parasites can be active all year round. So, so important to keep our pets on parasite protection and our cats on parasite protection all year round.
So, speaking of that, what are the best ways to protect your cat from parasites year round?
Sure. It's really important to talk to your veterinarian about what they recommend for comprehensive or broad parasite protection, which is why I recommend a product like Revolution Plus that we offer at Zoetis. I use that in my own cat to keep her protected. And I like it because it offers protection against some of the most common parasites. So things like heartworm disease, fleas and ticks, intestinal worms, ear mites, all those things we definitely don't want our cats to have to be dealing with. It's a topical product, meaning that it goes on the skin right there at the base of the kitty's neck. And so we can apply that. We don't have to worry about chasing them around and trying to give them an oral medication, which we know is not easy in a lot of kitties. But like any prescription product, really, really important to make sure you follow your veterinarian's recommendations on the best options for your cat.
Now, doctor, what should cat owners know about keeping their cat happy and healthy?
Sure. One of the most important things to remember is that cats are very good at hiding if they are feeling a little bit sick. So, because they're so good at hiding when they're ill, it's really important to watch out for any sort of behavior changes, even if they're kind of minor changes. So, you might see things like your cat being a little sleepier, maybe their attitude has changed a little bit, or they're using the litter box a little bit differently. Any of those habit changes could indicate that there is a health issue going on. So if you see a behavior change in your cat, remember to talk to your veterinarian. They can help you decide if your cat needs a checkup.
Now, what are the key takeaways you like our audience to remember?
Sure. One of the things you can do is head on over to revolutionplus.com. There is a quiz there. You can learn more information, but that quiz is pretty cool because it checks your parasite knowledge. But you can also be entered for a chance to win a cat bubble backpack, which is this really kind of awesome thing that you could use to help your cat adventure with you. So check that out. The other key takeaway I'd like everyone to remember is that parasites can be an issue all year round for our cats. So even if your cat is indoor only, we want to make sure that they're on a veterinary recommended prescription parasite prevention all year long.
My last question I want to ask is, do pizza and 5e get along pretty well?
Pizza would love to have Phoebe as a friend, but unfortunately, Phoebe is 18 years old now, so she does not like to deal with the shenanigans that Pizza, my golden retriever, puts toward her.
I've been speaking with Dr. Amber Whittle. Thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend and telling us about parasites and cats. We really appreciate it.
Oh,
And
thank you so
last but not
much.
least, I'm sorry, last but not least, happy Mother's Day.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.